you understand.
Hey everybody, I'm Tony Jones, and welcome to the Tony Jones Show.
People are willing to take the risk. It's just sort of a herd mentality, a lemming-like mentality. If you don't go with the flow, you're anti-American and therefore a suspect.
The Tony Jones Show, featuring punk, rockabilly, psychobilly, and Providence, Rhode Island's finest, starts right now.
He's a dangerous militia member, I hear. Oh, and there she blows.
I'm born, sent here to fall under another spell, blindly green. Sacrifice me, flow down the stream, over the waterfall. Send me smiling faces through the ages, animated, innocently, ever waiting, turning the pages slow. Desperation ups the stakes onto the tables, holding aces and never pays while
friends, the time for mediocrity and broadcasting is over. My name is Tony Jones, and you were tuned in to The Tony Jones Show, your destination for talk and rock, online at tonyjones.org. On Facebook, it's facebook.com/Tony Jones Show. On the almighty Twitter, at Tony Jones in RI. Be sure to go to rifreeradio.org. Thank you for tuning in and hanging out with me. Kicking off the show with a little bit of The Damned, Under My Wheels. That was a bit of a deep cut here on The Tony Jones Show. That was from 2009 when The Damned came through. They performed live at WFMU up in Boston. Now, the reason we'll be playing a few Damned tracks today throughout the broadcast is because 40 years ago today, that's right, 40 years ago on this very date, one of my favorite bands put out one of my favorite albums. I, of course, speak of The Damned. They released the punk single New Rose, and just a fantastic full-length album. The album was called Damned, 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 and it was just one of my favorite kind of because they mixed goth and punk together, and there was something really, really different that I got turned on to quite later in their career. But actually, they're going to have some new music coming out. So 40 years ago today, the debut of The Damned. Some deep cuts here on the Tony Jones Show. Big show for you. Eric Tier is here. He has a big charity extravaganza coming up. He also has a show coming up at Firehouse 13. There's a GoFundMe account, all for a few different charities, but one of them being one of my favorite charities, which is Toys for Tots. Now, the reason we love Toys for Tots here is because, and we've talked about this a few times on the program throughout the years, Toys for Tots, for the most part, has no overhead. So the gifts go directly from your donation through the Marines to the needy children. So there's nobody in the organization driving around in limos, flying around in private jets, pocketing your money. This is probably, when you donate to these things, you do have to do your due diligence. And in my opinion, Toys for Tots is at the top of the list. So we'll talk about that in just a bit. But before that, we'll get back down to the local music. 1031 on tap for you, my favorite track off of their new EP. So we'll play it here on the Tony Jones Show. It's Hands That Feed. You heard it here first. Just My Luck, the name of that one. Some Pistol Shot Gypsy right here on the Tony Jones Show. Before that, we heard from Vice Squad, Latex, another older school punk band putting out some new music. And then last time we chatted, I brought you into some 1031. We heard Hand That Feeds. We heard it all here on the Tony Jones Show, Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show. On the almighty Twitter at Tony Jones in RI. Be sure to go to TonyJones.org and RIFreeRadio.org. We got to give a shout out to our good friend Lisa Monday. She is the proprietor of Whatever 68 Radio, and she's listening to us live from San Diego, California. That's right, good old California. Go to whatever68radio.com to check out her fine streaming station, some great punk rock you can hear over there, including a great band called Tony Jones and the Cretan 3. And, it's not very many stations that will cross-promote other stations, but I'm happy to do it, and I'm happy to support folks that are doing good broadcasting as opposed to the audio diarrhea you hear on the air when you flip through the over-the-air channels. But I'll digress because we're going to get to our in-studio guest. He is Eric Tier. He has a big show, big charity show coming up. We'll talk about that in just a bit. Actually, incidentally, Pistol Shot Gypsy is going to be playing for you at Firehouse 13 in just a couple weeks, right?
Yes.
So tell us how you got your start in all of this. You are a production company owner, a live music photographer, a DJ, but how did it all start for you?
Back in 1994, I did my first Toys for Tots benefit at the old JR's Fastlane in Providence, and it was just something I felt like I needed to do at the time, and that's where that ended at that point. After the station nightclub fire, I did a few benefit concerts for that, and about 7 years ago, I had found some old photos, and I scanned them and put them on Facebook, and somebody made a comment how that was the Toys for Tots benefit that they played back in 94.
Wow.
So I decided to see if I could do it again, and for the past 7 years, I've been doing them every year, and they've been great turnouts. Actually, at 1 year, I had to do 4 of them. So I had Club Hell, I had Mardi Gras, I had the Whiskey Republic, and the Rock Junction, all in the same year. I had 28 bands doing 4 benefits, all for Toys for Tots.
And to bring it full circle now with the rebranding, your first show was at JR's Fastlane, and then because of Mardi Gras rebranding, this show will also be at JR's Fastlane. It's amazing how social media and technology can kind of bring stuff like that full circle, and just bumping into folks remembering times that happened years and years ago. It's intense. So there's a GoFundMe account associated with this show also. Tell us a little bit about that and how folks can donate. I've
got 6 people cutting their hair on stage with me. 3 of us have GoFundMe pages. The GoFundMe money is going to St. Jude's. All 6 of us are cutting our hair on stage for Wigs for Kids. And the cover for the concert is $10 or a brand new toy. You can do both if you want. And that goes to the Marines Toys for Tots. All the cash raised at the front door for the Rock Room goes to the Marines because they have a deal with Toys R Us to get a discount on toys, which provides more toys for the kids to have Christmas.
Right, yeah. If you're like me and you absolutely hate to shop, what the Marines do is they kind of go out and buy this stuff in bulk with the cash donation. So if you're more towards just maybe you have more money than you do free time, that's a great option. They've really stretched the money out on the side of the Marines.
We're also going to have T-shirts and beanies and koozies for sale at the benefit. All the money raised from those will also be going to all 3 charities. There's going to be quite a few raffle and auction items. All of the money raised by those are also going to be split between all 3 charities.
Was there any specific reason why you picked these 3 charities for this, or
because they're all children oriented and all 3 are 100% nonprofit?
Right.
Wigs for Kids actually goes to the hospitals and donates the wigs right to the family or to the kids at no charge. St. Jude's does not charge the families to be at the hospitals, or they don't give them a time limit on being with their children, so there's no visiting hours, so to say, as there are at regular hospitals. And I think if a kid needs a parent to be by their side at 3 a.m.,
right,
they should be there.
So be it, yeah. And again, as we mentioned at the top of the hour, these are the charities that there's nobody making a huge salary. There's nobody running around in a private jet or a limousine. These are the charities where the money actually goes to the folks in need. So if you're interested in the event or the GoFundMe, I actually shared them both on the Rhode Island Free Radio Facebook page, which is facebook.com/RI Free Radio, and on the Tony Jones Show Facebook page. So if you didn't catch everything that you needed to, just go ahead over there and click through. And, we'll be talking about it more between now and the top of the hour. But, of course, the Tony Jones Show is all about the music. So we're going to hear from SexCoffee. Then we're going to continue to celebrate the damned. But this is Love Lust up next for you. Some SexCoffee right here on the Tony Jones Show.
In the dark, all I see when I close my eyes, the angel in this nightmare, something new by design, sick with twisted love and lust, and pull my ribs both aside. If only you could make me feel my heart's for you, the pleasure's mine. Anyway, I could just to know you, to feel you, feel you, feel you. Any chance to crawl inside you, this lust for love breaks through. Every day I could just to know you, to feel you, feel you, feel you. This lust for love rings through. Before I die, I swear I will find you. Now the spell is all over me. What is fake, what's all shit. But what is really for real? And what I go through to believe in. Anyway, I could just to know you, to feel you, feel you, feel you. Any chance to crawl inside you, this lust for love breaks through. Every day I could just to know you, to feel you, feel you, feel you. This lust for love rings through. Before I die, I swear I will find you.
rose, I got it good. Yes, I knew that I was would. I can't stop to mess around. Got a brand new rose inside. See the sunshine. Don't get the force of it to burn your eyes. Don't let you run away my way. You can come back another day. I got a new rose, I got it good. Yes, I knew that I always would. I can't stop to mess around. Got a brand new rose in town. Well, I can't believe this could happen this way. I feel so strange. Oh, why should it be? I don't deserve somebody this way. No, let it go before it's too late. Oh, people, I can go.
Our old pal Michael Graves right here on the Tony Jones Show off of Night of Sam Hain. You just heard Shadow. Before that, we continued to celebrate the Damned. 40 years ago today, they released that song, New Rose, the single off of Damned, one of my favorite bands of all times. And then last time we chatted, I brought you into a little Sex Coffee. We heard Love Lust right here on the Tony Jones Show. Thank you for tuning in and hanging out with me, and to all the folks checking in online during the live broadcast. Of course, if you can't check us out live, we are in podcast form. DJ Psycho Eddie is here. Eric Tier is here. Have you guys heard about this yoga pants controversy?
No.
I'm a very big supporter of yoga pants.
Can you believe that someone would actually consider protesting yoga pants? Now, Eddie, I think you and I could personally bring this protest to its knees by heading up to the boycott today and donning pairs of yoga pants.
They would definitely be crying if they saw the hail damage that is my nether regions. Now, this is taking place in Bristol, correct?
Right. It's happening as we speak if you're catching us live.
If you're catching us live, you're obviously not at the protest.
So what happened was a guy wrote a letter to the editor complaining, saying no women over 20 should be wearing yoga pants. And, of course, the lady folks, they went nuts. And they're actually staging a protest walkabout today where they've invited women of all shapes, sizes, and ages to put on their yoga pants and have a peaceful protest today. It's
I'm at a loss for words
exactly,
right now. Why
yeah.
are we here and not there?
You guys could do this live there, couldn't you?
Why aren't we doing a Facebook Live video feed? I mean
sure
that with all due respect.
Somebody has to be doing that. In fact, I'm going to search the internet right now, looking for live feeds of yoga pants.
Talk about a cause I can get behind. All right, let's get back on track here because Eric Tier's in studio. He has a big show coming up. Rocking My Hair Off, 8 bands, 3 charities, 1 night. It's going to be happening at Mardi Gras December 17th. Tell us more about the bands that will be playing throughout the night.
I have Beast Over Boston, which is an Iron Maiden tribute band. I have Sunset Steel, 80s hard rock. Sinners Inc., which is a 90s alternative band. I've got Rahway, which is a band coming out of Rahway, New Jersey, and they're an original band. I've got Under Surveillance, also doing alternative music, Godsmack, little Metallica. I've got Stardust, who is actually a national touring supergroup featuring members of Bang Tango, Mr. Biggs, Eric Martin, Adler, and Ace Frehley. So they will be covering music from all 4 of those bands, Guns N' Roses, Kiss, Mr. Big, and, of course, Bang Tango. And I have an Alice in Chains tribute band, which is Alice. And then I have Opiate finishing the night, which is a Tool tribute band and probably one of the best in New England.
And we were talking during the music that you have folks coming from all over New England and beyond to see you get cut.
Yes, because most of my friends have never seen me with short hair. And I definitely want to be here to see the cutting on stage, if nothing else for the amusement factor. And I decided that we're going to play Godsmack's Crying Like a Bitch in the background while we do it, because it will be fitting.
That is awesome. I mean, talk about perfect background music.
That's what I thought. And I think at one point I want to have one of the mics up against the hair as they do the initial cut slow, so you hit every blade of hair getting cut. Yep.
Let's hear some more local music, and then we'll talk a little bit more about Eric's experiences throughout the years in the entertainment industry, the luxurious entertainment industry, as it were. But Satellites Fall is up next for you. This track is One Night. You heard it here on The Tony Jones Show.
She was Did you take a walk down to 17? Spoons all around. Didn't know it'd be so scary. Alright, ghosts rock and roll. Bones rattle, skeletons hollers. Ooh, wanna know? Man, don't be afraid, don't be scared. Horror's all they crave. And to take you and me down into the muddy grave.
Yes, another deep cut, the Headless Heraseman right here on the Tony Jones Show. Ghost Rock and Roll Graveyard, the name of that one. Before that, Local Boys, Local Legends, Vague Perception, Lift Me Up. Then last time we chatted, I brought you into a little Satellites Fall. That was One Night. You heard it here on the Tony Jones Show. Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show. On the almighty Twitter at Tony Jones in RI. Be sure to go to rifreeradio.org and TonyJones.org. DJ Psycho Eddie is here. He is very intently following the Yoga Pants controversy. He is our special correspondent to Yoga Pants for Rhode Island Free Radio. And my in-studio guest is Eric Tier. He has a big charity show coming up. But I want to talk a little bit about, well, you're a guy who's been doing this for quite some time in the entertainment industry. So what was your best band or show experience, either a show you've gone to or a show you've put on?
That would be tough because I've seen so many shows, especially after the few years now that I've been doing concert photography. But last year I was at a music festival in Jersey, and there was a band that was playing, and I've been a drum tech, so watching this was incredible. The drummer broke the head on his kick, and they kept playing. The drummer from the band previous saw it. Him and his tech grabbed their kick drum and changed kicks in the middle of the song.
Damn.
Without them stopping.
Wow.
And I've never seen that before. So I was quite impressed with that. Overall, I've seen some great, great shows, everybody from the 80s up till now.
So the flip side of that, and if you want to leave the name out for, so nobody gets butthurt, what is the worst show you've either been to or been a part of or put on over the years?
I've been to a couple of music festivals that were just out of control because nobody knew where they were supposed to be going.
Right.
Whether it was media, nobody knew where the artist check-in was, nobody knew where the box office was. It becomes a complete cluster where even when you give somebody directions, they argue with you. Yeah, but I understand that's what they told you, but we have a sign that says artist check-in, not box office. But But yeah, I see a lot of different things being on all sides because being a promoter, doing bookings, doing photography, being a drum tech, a light tech, stagehand, security, merch, you tend to watch everything a little bit differently.
Yeah.
And you see, like, I'd like to change different things, like here and there, but things have been running with that crooked wheel for so long, it's just going to keep going.
Oh, sometimes, and I've had this situation, sometimes you have to tell yourself, like, you're about to jump in, then you realize, and you say, yourself, that's right, this isn't my show.
Yep.
This isn't my show. I don't have to worry about the fact that the promoter just filled up their pockets and they're walking out the back door because this isn't my show.
That's a mantra I have to live by. Not my circus, not my monkeys. That's why I love what I do. I sit in the corner, usually up in a booth, segregated
on a perch
from everywhere else. And whatever happens, happens. I have no control over it. Just step back and enjoy the carnage.
So tell everybody one more time, as we are starting to run out of time, about the event on December 17th for all these great charities.
It's a Wigs for Kids, Toys for Tots, St. Jude's. I have 8 bands playing, 3 tribute, 3 covers, 1 original, and 1 national touring supergroup. And all 3 charities are nonprofit, and that's why I chose them, and they're all children-oriented. And I think every kid needs to have a Christmas. I think every kid needs to feel good about themselves. And I think every kid should have their family with them in a bad time like that. And that's why I chose those 3 charities.
And again, if you're donating out there for this holiday season, I commend you for that. Keep up the great work. Consider donating, but please, please, please do your due diligence and stay away from the charities out there with the private jets. If the CEO is like Ric Flair wearing a $500 suit and driving around in a limousine, please consider running your money in a different direction. And again, there is a GoFundMe account, which we shared on the Rhode Island Free Radio Facebook page and also on the Tony Jones Show Facebook page. And, with GoFundMe, Eric, I'm sure you can attest to the fact that every little bit counts. If you have $5, if you can do $10.
And even though GoFundMe with WePay, who they use for the checks, they take out a total of 7.9%, and then WePay also takes out an extra 30 cents per donation. I'm actually making up the difference on all 3 of my GoFundMes between me, Brad, and Zach to cover the difference so that I will be donating 100%.
Nice. So currently on the GoFundMe, they're up to $850 of a goal of $2,500. So it's moving. It looks like it's moving along nicely. Donations coming in as soon as just a few hours ago.
Yes.
So go to the Tony Jones Show Facebook page. Go to the RI Free Radio Facebook page for more information if you can make it out, if you can donate. If you can't make it there, then you have the GoFundMe. And we're going to leave here. I want to get to a double shot of Morris and the East Coast because they're coming in by request. I had a conversation on Facebook with someone this week who said, "What's that band that you played?" And I have to remind them that I have been on the radio for quite a few years now, and you're going to have to be a little bit more specific than what's that band you played. And as we broke it down and whittled it down, we realized that they were talking about Morris and the East Coast, which DJ Psycho Eddie is a band that you turned me on to quite a few years ago. And
you have to be more specific. I've been drinking for years now.
They're becoming more and more popular here on the Tony Jones Show, so I want to make sure we get to a double shot. And just real quick, I want to congratulate our own George Garner. Today is, yes, his first day as a married man. His wedding was yesterday. Everything went off without a hitch, and that was my first time ever being a part of a traditional wedding. So I've been a part of a ton of weddings, either as the officiant or as a guest or as a groomsman. But this is my first time ever being part of Eddie, when I tell you, classic wedding. Full Catholic Mass. I guess I didn't know there's a new sacrament for the wedding, so this is the first time. So I went through a Catholic Mass.
A new sacrament.
It's the first time they changed it since the 80s. And
you have to fill me in on this.
Yeah, I thought you were a good Catholic boy.
I am a good Catholic boy. I like you, I am at weddings constantly as a DJ. And I have yet to experience said new sacrament.
Yeah, it's brand new. So it was just a full-blown Catholic old school wedding, and I was a little nervous about it because it was something I had never been a part of before. But everything went very smoothly, and it was just a great day. And as I was sitting in the wedding, I was thinking, as a longtime friend of George, just imagine if I could pull out a picture of George with hair down to his ass, with a beard, wearing a leather jacket, probably with a switchblade in his pocket. What would these nice Catholic folks think of the man that their daughter is marrying? But that's what happened. You know, the wedding wasn't through, as we talked about off the air, the wedding isn't what really threw me off. It was the house in the suburbs. That really threw me off. But I digress because we need to get down to a double shot of Morris and the East Coast here on the Tony Jones Show. We're going to kick it off with I Lost My Telephone. Bye, everybody. Bye.
those jeans.